Level 1. The notification. It's 2 p.m. on a Friday and you're sitting in a meeting that should have been an email. Your phone is face down on the table. You flip it over once, just to check the time, and you see a notification from an app you downloaded 3 days ago. A currency pair moved 200 pips in 40 minutes. You don't know what a pip is yet. You look it up under the table while your manager talks about Q3 projections. By the time the meeting ends, you've already opened 4 browser tabs. That evening, you don't watch anything. You just read. Forums, Reddit threads, broker reviews. The language is foreign, but the promise underneath it is written in a language everyone speaks. More money, more time, more control. You make your first demo trade at 11:30 p.m. It wins. You make another. It wins too. You go to bed thinking you might have accidentally found the thing. You haven't. But the feeling of almost knowing something is its own kind of drug. You'll chase it for longer than you'd like to admit. Level 2. The overload. You've spent $200 on courses in the past 3 weeks. Each one promises a system. Each system has a name: the banker method, the sniper entry, the confluence framework. You study each one like scripture. You build a trading journal with color-coded tabs and a personal risk management philosophy you copied from a blog post and slightly reworded so it felt like yours. You open a live account with $300. Your first week you make $60. You tell yourself you're being conservative, that you're not even trying yet. On day 9, you lose $140 in a single trade because the news came out and the candle moved the wrong direction with a violence that felt personal. You stare at the chart for 11 minutes after the position closes. The red number sitting where your money used to be looks simple, just digits. But something underneath your ribs doesn't treat it like digits. You make 3 more trades that afternoon trying to get it back. You lose 2 of them. Your journal that night is blank. Some losses are too raw to document. Level 3. The reinvention. You've blown 2 accounts. You don't say blown, you say you lost capital learning. The reframe keeps you functional. You start over with $200 and a decision to do everything differently. No more signals, no more Discord alerts from strangers, no more entering a trade because someone with a blue check mark posted a chart with arrows on it. You pick one pair, you pick one session, you watch it every day for 6 weeks without placing a single trade, just watching. Price hits a level and bounces. Price hits another level and breaks through. You start to see behavior, not patterns in the storybook sense, not perfect geometric shapes that trigger automatic profits, but tendencies, probabilistic leanings. The market isn't a puzzle, it's a personality. Moody, irrational, occasionally predictable. You start to speak to it differently, less demanding, more patient. Your first trade from the new framework loses. Your second loses too. Your third wins, and it wins cleanly, exactly where you said it would, at the level you marked 2 days before price ever arrived there. You sit back from the desk. That trade paid $34. It felt like $34,000. Level 4. The grind nobody films. There are no highlight reels from this period. No screenshots worth posting, just a spreadsheet that grows 1 row at a time and a routine that other people would find depressing. You wake up before the London Open. You review your watch list. You wait. Most days you don't trade. Most days the setup doesn't come, and you close the laptop and do something else. The discipline of not trading is the hardest thing you've ever practiced. The urge to force a position is constant, low-grade, like hunger. You feel it every time the market moves without you. But you've learned what forced trades cost, and you've made the calculation. You're profitable over 6 weeks. Not by much, not enough to quit anything. But the number goes in the right direction with enough consistency that it stops feeling like luck and starts feeling like evidence. You protect that evidence obsessively. You don't take trades that put it at risk. Your account is small, but it's yours and it's growing, and nothing about that is small. Level 5, the upgrade. You've been consistent for 9 months. You've kept records of every trade, every emotion, every mistake. Your win rate is 52%. Your average winner is 1.8 times your average loser. The math works. Slowly, stubbornly, it works. You add $3,000 to the account. The positions get larger. A loss that used to sting $15 now stings $90. The same setup, the same rules, but your hands respond differently. You sit through a drawdown of $400 over 2 weeks and do not deviate once. That is the hardest thing you've done in this entire journey. Harder than any technical analysis. Harder than any late-night study session. Sitting on your hands while your account bleeds and trusting the math is the final boss of trading psychology, and most people never beat it. You beat it. By month 11, you're up $1,100 on the year. Real money. Auditable. Earned through a process that is documented and repeatable. You stop telling people about trading. Not because you're secretive, but because you've realized that results are the only language that matters in this business, and your results are just beginning to speak. Level 6. The reputation. You didn't advertise. You never posted a screenshot of a winning trade. But 2 people in your life noticed the change. Not in your bank account, in your composure. A friend asks if you'd manage a portion of his savings. You say no immediately, then spend 2 weeks thinking about what it would take to say yes responsibly. You study fund structure, liability, drawdown agreements. You say yes to one person, with a contract, with clear rules, with a number you will not cross before stopping. The weight of managing someone else's money is a different weight than managing your own. Every loss now has a face attached to it. It sharpens you. It removes the last traces of casual risk-taking. You manage $15,000 combined. You return 8% over 4 months. Your investor asks if he can add more. You make him wait. You want more data before you accept more responsibility. That patience is the most professional thing you've ever done. Level 7. The infrastructure. You have systems now, not just trading systems, operational systems. A morning routine that serves your mental clarity. A pre-trade checklist that never gets skipped. A rule that says no trading on days when your sleep was under 6 hours. A rule you've broken twice and paid for both times. You manage $180,000 across 6 accounts. You have a risk manager you speak to weekly who has no emotional attachment to your positions and will tell you things your ego doesn't want to hear. You listen to him every time. You've stopped watching YouTube videos about trading. The content that once felt like revelation now reads like a menu from a restaurant you no longer eat at. You understand what it's selling and why it has to sell it that way. You feel no contempt for it. You were that customer once. That customer funded your education. Level 8. The silence. It's 9:15 a.m. on a Tuesday. The market opened 14 minutes ago. You've reviewed your positions. One is running in your favor. One is sitting at entry. You have nothing to do. This is what mastery looks like from the inside. A lot of nothing, punctuated by brief, decisive action. You manage $6 million now. Not a number you say out loud. A number that lives in spreadsheets and quarterly statements and the quiet trust of people who took a long time to extend it. You remember the $300 account, the blown trades, the 11 minutes of staring at a red number. You don't romanticize it. It was painful and it was necessary, and you'd do it again because there was no other road to this chair. Your phone buzzes. A kid in a group chat is asking about the best moving average crossover strategy. You type 3 words back. Forget the crossover. Then you put the phone down and watch the chart. Not looking for anything, just watching. The same way you learned to watch it years ago, before you knew enough to be dangerous and before you knew enough to be calm. The market opens every day. It doesn't care who you were, only who you are when you sit down. You sit down, you wait. That's the whole secret. It always was.